Hey there, welcome to the Chronicle Pregame Show. I'm Ryan Hoerger alongside Brian Pollack. You're going to set up for Duke in Miami. Those two teams are going to tip it off at 7 p.m. On South Beach, where there shouldn't be any weather problems. That's what we're hoping, at least. Blue Devils taking on the Hurricanes, and really a pivotal game early in the season in the ACC schedule, Brian. Duke snapped a 3-game losing streak at NC State Saturday with a come-from-behind win, a big second-half run for the Blue Devils. They outscored NC State 52-35 after halftime. And really, Grayson Allen and Brandon Ingram had a lot to do with that.
Yeah, those two guys combined for 53 points in the win on Saturday. Duke as a team shot 71% in the second half. It really made the difference in their 3-game losing streak, especially against Syracuse. The Blue Devils just weren't hitting their shots, scored less than 65 points in 2 of those 3 losses. And for the first half Saturday, a lot of the way, it looked like that would be the case again against NC State. But whatever it was during halftime, they came out of the half and was able to hit a great percentage of their shots, a lot from downtown. 28 from Allen, who flirted with the triple-double, and 25 more from Ingram, helping to close it out. So that was a big win for the Blue Devils, but the Hurricanes have a lot of firepower in their backcourt as well that they'll have to contend
I'm
with.
sure Duke fans remember last season, Miami waltzed in here to Durham, and they dealt Duke a 90-74 loss, one of probably the largest defeats in recent years, at least, at Cameron under Coach K for the Blue Devils. And the bad news for Blue Devil fans is that a lot of those same guys are going to be back in action on Monday. Angel Rodriguez and Sheldon McClellan are 2 fabulous guards from Miami. They might have the best backcourt in the ACC. Both of those guys are threats to get 25 plus points per game. And then you got Tony Ajakiri, 7-footer down low in the paint. A little bit of a wiry guy, but definitely can muscle Blue Devils around. Obviously, Duke doesn't have the front court depth that it would like to have. Emil Jefferson still out with a fractured right foot. So Jefferson is getting closer to recovery, Brian. He's out of his walking boot now, at least he was on Saturday. But how do you see Duke trying to contain Miami? Obviously, man-to-man didn't work too well last season.
Yeah, and so that was a loss that actually prompted Duke to switch to a lot of zone defenses moving forward, kind of provoked them to that title run. That's something the Blue Devils kind of already switched to this year, mixing up with a variety of defenses. But I think it's just going to come down to how they can defend on the perimeter. Guys like Grayson Allen, Ingram, Luke Kennard, and Derek Thornton, really how they can match up with Miami's backcourt. In a lot of ways, these teams play very similarly. One big guy down low, most of the offense coming from the outside. Jaquan Newton for Miami, their big scorer coming off the bench, is another guard that you're going to have to look out for. He only plays about 26 minutes per game, but he's their second leading scorer at about 12 points per game. So that's a big difference. Duke doesn't really have that depth. Another contrast between the teams, Miami's a very veteran squad, as you mentioned, Ryan. 4 or 5 starters are seniors, and so that's going to vary greatly with the Blue Devils, who primarily play freshmen. But in the end, I think this is going to be a game won in the backcourts, and we'll see how they work it out.
Yeah, one last note on Miami's depth. They've got 9 guys who play at least 10 minutes. Blue Devils right now really sticking to a 6-man rotation. Sean Obi played 1 minute as the 7th guy off the bench against the Wolfpack on Saturday. Chase Teeter didn't see the floor. So depth, especially on Saturday, Monday turnaround, could be very key. The Hurricanes are coming off a stretch. They played Wednesday, they played Saturday, they're playing again on Monday. So that's a big stretch for them as well. They got to rest, make sure their guys are rested. But Duke, with its really thin lineup and the short bench, really no margin for error. They got to make sure those guys are well rested, but also well prepared to take on the Hurricanes. So with that said, Duke in Miami, 7 p.m. from the Bank United Center down in Coral Gables. You can follow our pregame, in-game, and post-game coverage on our website at dukechronicle.com, on our Blue Zone blog, and at Duke Basketball on Twitter. For Brian Pollack, I'm Ryan Hoerger. We'll see you guys later.